Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest, the greatest, the most fantastic crypto community in all of the interwebs, from here to Pluto and beyond, maybe even to the black holes. All right, we're going to have a great episode today. We got some great topics. We got some great guests. We're going to get right into it. Freshly recognized in the streets for the first time, we have Crypto Jebb. I heard the paparazzi's going to be knocking at his door next step. I mean, pretty soon you'll be like Britney, you know, like 10 years ago. You're not even going to be able to leave your home.
Oh, God.
We also have CryptoBusy.
I will delete my channel.
CryptoBusy. Luckily enough, he's not too busy for us today. And,
That's
you know,
true.
I had some words with Austin. Now he might be my second favorite twin. You know, he said, oh, everybody says I'm your favorite. Well, guess what? I don't know. Maybe it's Aaron. You're still neck and neck. You're still neck and neck.
Which one am I? We don't know.
Who's the taller one, Austin? Which
Aaron.
one's taller?
But I'm older, so I'll always have that.
See, now I'm conflicted. I'm going to have to sleep on it. And we also have Ben. He puts more effort in his Little League lineup than the Atlanta Braves. And as you can tell, not a BitConnect influencer. Did Steven spell that incorrectly? I saw that you changed something real quick.
Yes, he did leave out an N. So also not a dictionary.com influencer, it could have said.
All right. And this could be one of the topics we talk about today. We have a major urgent warning from JP Morgan regarding altcoins, not Altcoin Daily, altcoins in general. We also have the SEC targeting some BitConnect, but as a company, not just the influencers. They're taking it to the next level. And I know we have the army in here. XRP is poised to pump. If you're in the XRP army, make sure you go ahead and hit that. Okay. All right. Just got a show note. All right. So we're not going to dive into the market cap too much as far as the coins, but right now we have Bitcoin at 49,500, knocking on $50,000, and we have Ethereum 3812. It's looking good. CryptoBusy. As far as today goes, I mean, we got everything up about like 2 to 4 or 5%. Solana up 15%. What are the markets looking like for you?
Market's looking great. I mean, I'm happy to finally see 2.2 plus trillion in the global market cap, and all the altcoins doing very, very well in general. I was surprised that it took Bitcoin a little bit longer to get to that 50K region again, but I'm happy it's there now. Well, maybe a little bit below right now, but it's around about that area. But Ethereum has just been blasting off, and that's what I've been really happy about. I've been saying on the channel for a long time that is, for me, one of the major components of my portfolio. I've been putting a lot of money into Ethereum, and for good reason, as we can see. I mean, I bought most of mine, luckily, below $1,000 back in the day, but recently I've been accumulating around 1,700, 1,900, and it's paying off today. And I think, we are going to struggle with a little bit with resistance coming up at around 3,900 or so. That is kind of a key level for me where I might take a little bit off the table just to, take profits along the way, as we say. But especially 3,900, 4,000 will be at that kind of key psychological level as well for a lot of people. So that's definitely what I'm seeing for Ethereum. But I think once we blast through that is going to be kind of setting in stone a new pump to an all-time high. That's what I would like to see, definitely. And for other altcoins as well, Cardano $3, and Solana doing crazy things. So it's looking really, really good for me.
Yeah, Cardano right now $2.98, also knocking right on the door there. Jebb, do you have anything to say about Bitcoin getting rejected off at 50? Has it got you worried at all?
No, it doesn't have me worried, but what we've seen happen is that Bitcoin was trading sideways in a symmetrical triangle pattern that we broke bullish out of today. What you guys got to realize about triangle patterns is that they represent battlegrounds between the bulls and the bears. Whenever the market is trading sideways in any way, shape, or form, you are waiting for the bulls or the bears to decide which one is going to come out victorious. And a lot of times when you're looking at a sideways pattern like a triangle pattern that we saw Bitcoin in over the last couple of days, the earlier you break out of the pattern, the stronger the breakout faction, if you will, is. So, for example, if you break out half of the way through a symmetrical triangle pattern, then the bulls are much stronger if they're the ones that broke out because you didn't have to go all the way to the end of the pattern. I hope that makes sense. But in this case, we had to go all the way to the very end of the symmetrical triangle pattern, which means that we didn't have very strong bulls. The bulls were in charge, but they didn't have a lot of initiative. We rallied up to $50,000 a day, and so far we've rejected off of it. But the good news is we still have an uptrending level of support, giving us some support, which means that instead of being in a symmetrical triangle pattern, now Bitcoin is in what is known as an ascending triangle pattern. Flat level of resistance, uptrending level of support. It's very bullish, not only because it's a continuation pattern with price targets up towards all-time high, but also because it is a bullish pattern in its own right. Ascending triangle patterns normally break to the upside. So I think Bitcoin's going to be breaking $50,000 in the next week or so, probably around the second half of next week. I don't think it's going to happen in the next 5 days, but I do think it's coming. I'm not concerned at all. I think the third test that we do on $50,000 will end up breaking that zone of resistance.
Yeah, we're starting to get higher lows. I'm starting to feel a little bit bullish, so things are getting excited. But let's get to our first topic here. Major altcoin warning from JP Morgan. They had a recent note amongst their employees and saying the ongoing rally should be viewed as a major red flag. We actually have a pretty funny quote that they sent out here. The share, I think we even have the tweet here. There's their tweet. Today we're gonna. Oh wait, no, that's the SEC. Yeah, well, we'll get into that. Here's their quote right here. The share of altcoins looks rather elevated by historical standards, and in our opinion, is more likely to be a reflection of froth and retail investor mania rather than a reflection of structural uptrend. All right, Ben, the alts, they're pumping without a doubt. Is this something? Is this froth and mania, or is this strong technicals?
Strong technicals. No, it's all hype and mania. Come on, guys. It's definitely all hype and froth and mania. What they're saying is true. We have yet to see any connection for the vast majority of coins between their fundamentals, the use case, the number of users, and the price. There's just not a connection. Everything is potential. Look at Cardano. Cardano is probably the best example in the world of that. I mean, there's literally no ecosystem. They have nothing. How can you possibly say this thing is valued at $3 per coin when it has literally nothing, which I'm fine with. I think it's great to value it there because it's on speculation and potential, but that's what you see across the market. So, they're not really saying anything that people don't already know. This will be seen as tulip mania again. And then we go through the next 4-year cycle. It'll be seen as Tulip Mania again. Just like in 2017, they said the same thing. Tulip Mania, I had all my friends at the time that are not in crypto and were not in crypto at that point. They said, see, I told you it was a scam. I told you it was wrong. I told you the bubble was going to pop. Now look who's where now, Yeah. So, you just have to understand the cycles. You have to have the education, and that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah, I know I've given $40 in ETH to a family member, and they're like, see, it's going down. They're almost like happy when it goes down because they're just mad that they're missing out on these gains. Altcoin Daily, are you seeing some of the same things Ben is seeing? Do you think this is mania, tulip mania? Or is this froth and mania? Or, are you bullish on the potential here?
I mean, we're all bullish on the potential, and great to be back, DZ. Love it when I'm here. Love it when you host, which is every time now. But I think Ben's absolutely right. That's not to say that these projects don't have promise, and it's, what we're seeing, the real fundamentals or the technical developments we're seeing are super bullish. But why Cardano, for example, is valued at, I don't know the market cap, but $3 as opposed to $2.25, it's all based on promise. So that is frothy. And what JP Morgan's saying, it's nothing outrageous, meaning welcome to crypto. Altcoins are frothy. Mm-hmm. We see this, Bitcoin stalls out, altcoins get frothy, altcoins go on their run, or Bitcoin goes on its run, altcoins drain out. These are just the natural cycles. Now, because JP Morgan didn't put a time limit on their prediction or their statement, then they're going to be right. Because the only two options are, one, if you think Bitcoin is this a dead cat bounce and we're going into a bear market, obviously, if that happens, altcoins are going to drain with it. Or the other option, Bitcoin stalling out for its next leg up. We're going past 65K. And then just like we saw from December to March earlier this year, the altcoins hardly moved for the first 3 months. Ethereum was under $700 forever. And then it took them a while, to get there. So eventually JP Morgan will be proven right. Welcome to crypto, guys.
Does the Cardano at $3? I mean, is this something that you're saying can sustain? We're right around 100 billion market cap right now. We're actually at 95 billion. So we're hitting this huge milestone with the $3 and the 100 billion. I mean, is this going to hold and maybe even go higher?
Look, Cardano holders, I hope Cardano goes to $10 or $12. Maybe I'll even say 13. And I'm not giving any time limit on that. So, eventually if Cardano holders are right, that will happen. But something on our channel, Altcoin Daily, that we try and stress for, I ultimately have no clue what the price of any coin will do tomorrow. And if you think about it, neither do you. So all we can do is expect possibly a sell-off, a buy the rumor, sell the news, and just invest in the projects that you think have long-term potential. And never be afraid, DZ, to take a little profit.
Always take profit. We try to stress take profits on the way up as well as the way down. Don't try to time the exact top because you will not be able to. Maybe once in a blue moon with a random coin, you might get lucky, but you're really not going to be able to time that top. So I would definitely agree. So let's look at the Bitcoin dominance since we're talking about alts. In mid-May, it bottomed out this recent run at 39%. This is when, Shiba was pumping, Doge was pumping. So it was sucking a lot of the life force out of the market. And then we had a major correction that took place around the 19th. So right after that. So right when it bottomed out, that's when we saw the big dump. So if meme tokens are pumping, CryptoBusy, does this get you worried when you see, say next week Doge starts pumping? Is this a warning sign?
I don't know about a warning sign. I mean, it definitely backs up what Ben was saying about mania and what JP Morgan was saying about froth. But I'm not a big meme token guy. I don't own any. I probably will never own any. But if people make money on them, fair enough at the end of the day. But I would say I wouldn't see it as a warning sign. I would just see it as, maybe people are getting into the wrong things. I would say just stick with the projects that stick with the projects that have the fundamentals or the technicals that back them. And, some things I want to say about, JP Morgan in general making that warning is they're like the most flippant company in crypto. Well, not even necessarily in crypto, but they're always saying one thing or the other. In 2017, they were calling it a scam. Then they were like, oh, yeah, we're massively in it. Then they were saying Bitcoin's going to $300,000. Like, I can't really take anything they say seriously at this point. So I say when institutions are being bearish like that, it's usually a good thing because it means it's actually a good time to buy, if anything. They kind of see it as, oh, hang on, well, we need to lower the price a bit because we want to pick some more up. They're probably just trying to accumulate more so then they can dump it on retail when it goes higher. So that's probably what it is, just a bit of fear-mongering, a bit of an accumulation tactic, if anything.
So your strategy is technical fundamentals, stay away from just meme potential pumpamentals.
I would stay away from me. If you can make money with them, then go for it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I think with memes, it's good. Always have an exit strategy if you're in a meme token. They're fun, take it for a ride, but understand what it is. You might ride it down to the bottom if you hold on to that ride too long. All right, so if we're talking about this Bitcoin dominance, its low was January 2018. The recent couple bull runs, it hit 33%. That peaked with, Ethereum popping off, the ICO mania. We saw a whole lot of just new coins every day. You go on Reddit in 2017, early 2018, and there's a new coin, and you're trying to find the hottest subreddit, and you're just jumping from coin to coin to coin. So Bitcoin hit a low of 33%. This year, we actually had a peak of 69% in January. So Bitcoin was at 69% dominance. Ben, are we ever going to see above 50% again in the future?
Yeah, I think we'll see close to 60% in the future. I think we'll see close to 60. I think the number to look at is 60. Will it get above 60 or not? Because you got to understand how dark and dreary and sad these bear markets. On one hand, I'm looking forward to it because it's a great time to get money, to accumulate. I'm also, as a YouTuber, I'm looking forward to it, having a season where I can maybe take a break from the crazy, insane pace we've been going over the last year and a half. But that might last about 2 weeks, and I'll be ready to get back to it. But, but in terms of looking at the Bitcoin dominance level, we're going to have a bad bear market. And when that happens, Bitcoin is the premier store of value, and that works in crypto too. So when people start seeing the altcoins drop, they say, man, Bitcoin's down, but these altcoins go down way further. They start consolidating their holdings and moving it over to Bitcoin. But with big projects like XRP, the people will not sell. Cardano, people will not sell. Ethereum, people are going to have locked up, will not sell. The constant increasing amount of coins that are locked up, in my opinion, that will lead to lower Bitcoin dominance over time because it's harder for people to get those coins out and consolidate.
All right, and chat just gave us Ben versus Walter Matthau and the Bad News Bears. There's he is a Little League baseball coach, so maybe if you would have caught him doing it 14 years ago, he'd fit the character a little bit better.
Well, let me tell you, if I had to go against Walter Matthau, he ended up like a grumpy old man because I'd take him to the tool shed.
All right, let's do one last topic on this. Jebb, I'm bringing to you. So if you want to keep some exposure during the bear market, we're talking about the bear market, would you say Bitcoin is, the only way to go? Or would you, maybe some of these alts do have upside potential, perhaps a Solana or an Ethereum?
As the excitement in the cryptocurrency market goes up, so too does the risk tolerance. As the excitement in the cryptocurrency market goes down, so too does the risk tolerance. Whenever the cryptocurrency market is exploding, then everybody feels very comfortable in Bitcoin. So what do? They look for the next big thing that can outpace Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is capable of doing 1,000% a year or 500% a year or 200% a year, massively outpace the stock market. But that's not good enough for people because they feel confident in Bitcoin. So then they feel confident to reach out into the smaller cap altcoins. That's why we've seen the altcoin space and the ICO space do so well during the end of 2017 or parts of 2019 or the last year, is because people have been very confident on the foundational cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, and so they've been more excited to go into smaller cap projects. I completely agree with Ben. I think during the bear market, we're going to see the dominance on Bitcoin rise because as the excitement and the exuberance of the market goes down, believe me, I built the channel, my channel, through the 2018 bear market. BitBoy Crypto, you guys did also. It was very, very boring and there was nothing going on. And everybody put their money back into Bitcoin to store it there because they didn't want to get really excited and try and get into smaller cap crypto. So yeah, I totally agree that we're going to see an exodus of the smaller cap altcoins into the bigger caps such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, etc. But I also want to touch on that JP Morgan article because the reason I was shaking my head when we first mentioned that article is that I actually completely agree with the article. Yes, a lot of the rally going on in the lower cap altcoin space is froth, and a lot of it is mania in the same way it always is. I want to look at the political reason why they said that, because Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan have always been very flip-floppy, I guess you could say, on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and never have they been very extremely bullish on them, except for when their own customers have forced them to be. They don't like Bitcoin. They feel threatened by Bitcoin. And I think the underlying message that they're trying to send here is to scare and fearmonger, like CryptoBusy was saying a second ago, the people in the cryptocurrency space. I think Bitcoin is a fantastic project. I think a lot of these altcoins are also. So anyone who's scared of what JP Morgan is saying, I would say don't be. JP Morgan has a vested interest in working against Bitcoin because at this point, I'm sure they're looking to buy into it. So if it goes down, they're going to be able to get more. As far as the bear market, guys, I still think personally it's quite a ways away, but when we do go into the bear market, I think a lot of people are going to wisely move back into Bitcoin and larger cap altcoins and stake on, by that time, hopefully Ethereum and Cardano and some of the other projects like that.
All right. Yeah, you actually kind of bring up a good point. I never even thought about that. You don't have the energy to watch the crypto news every day, so market in some Bitcoin, can't really follow everything. Yep. You don't want to jump coin to coin, so exactly. Probably a safe play. Corey with the super chat, bring Tyler S on. Tyler S, we've reached out. Hey, man, I know he probably got lost in his inbox, but yeah, we would love to get Tyler S on. So next time you're in his video, give him a comment. Go into ATB show. Go on Around the Blockchain. We're only at 1.3 thousand likes here. We got almost 7,500 people watching. Let's get that above 2,000. I know at least a third of you guys can hit that like button. So please hit that like button.
And I would like to say, speaking of Tyler S., I really like Tyler S. Would love to get him on the show. I've had a lot of people ask me, like, should we have this person on or this person on or this person on? Virtually with the exception of one person, we've invited literally every large YouTuber out there in crypto.
That's me. He didn't invite me. I forced my way on.
Shut up, Jebb. Get out of here. They want to see us fight already. But you guys name the big YouTubers. We've invited them. Just a lot of them are too busy or don't want to come on or have better things to do. So
yeah, and time zone issues as well. Yeah. So
there are some time zone issues for sure. But just like if there's somebody that you guys want to see on the show, it's not for us having a lack of contacting them. We want to get all these other people on the, even the great actor out of Britain we invited on the show. That's when we found out he doesn't do interviews. But
yeah, Elio, Benjamin Cowan, George, come back. Yeah, we'd like to get all these people on. So all right, let's get to the second topic before we run out of time. We're gonna probably go through this one kind of quickly. ADA gang, I know you're in there. Go ahead and hit us with the ADA because XRP Army is about to blow up our comment section. So let's get a little hashtag ADA, hashtag XRP in there. So, all right. Second topic, SEC targeting some of the BitConnect people. Will the SEC hit the bullseye on the BitConnect? So they put out a tweet yesterday, and this is the tweet we had. Today, we announced that we have filed an action against an online crypto lending platform, its founder and its top U.S. promoter and his affiliated company. They allegedly defrauded investors out of $2 billion with an exclamation point. I thought that was pretty funny. So it took them years for this to reach fruition. Years. Will this serve as a warning to the scummy protocols, or will people become emboldened by the lack of time that it took? They had years and years to change their, to burn their fingerprints or whatever else. So Altcoin Daily, do you think the scammers are going to be emboldened by the SEC taking so long, or is this going to kind of, maybe keep them in line?
I think it should keep. I would want it to keep them in line, but no. I think the bigger this market goes, this is still the wild, wild west. instead of trading bots, and I mean, all that stuff still exists, but now obviously the narrative is DeFi and NFTs. So I mean, it's 5 times easier to launch your own coin on Uniswap, or NFTs, I guess, are harder to have returning profit. But either way, scammers are only going to get worse. I love that the SEC is busting on some of these obvious, infamous names from back 4 years ago, or whatever. And I hope that, I hope things get better, but you had
some of these, you had at least one of these people in your chat, correct?
This is what DZ does. DZ asks us all a bunch of questions right before getting a little.
I got to name a name.
You're
Use
like
it against him.
You're like Gary Delabate on the Howard Stern show, saying, "Hey, so David Spade, you went out with her, right?" And then Howard brings it up on air. Yeah, I mean, our channel didn't exist. We were into crypto, but we weren't on crypto YouTube. Like when that whole thing was going down, we started our channel, much like a lot of people here, at the very beginning of the bear market for us, February 2018. And yeah, I mean, 2 years later, one of the names, and he did get sued by the SEC. There's very few of those guys that are still making content on YouTube. But one of them slid up in our live stream. This isn't really a story. It just happened. And he was like, "Hey, I'd love to come on your channel and talk about my next project." And we're like, that's a pass, but thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't wish ill on anybody. I hope everybody recovers if they got hurt from that. And I hope people can move on.
I agree. We don't wish any harm on anybody, but sometimes you might have to leave someone on red just for your own protection. So, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, yeah, so the charges are aimed at the founder, Satish Kambani, and Glenn Arcaro, and the corporation behind it, Future Money Ltd. Yeah, Future Money. That wasn't a red flag right there. It's incorporated in Hong Kong, so no one here pushed BitConnect. Ben, have you had any interaction with any of the promoters?
Well, yeah, I mean, later on, yeah, I mean, Trevon James has talked about me before, and he tries to call me some kind of scammer, which is hilarious. Like, this guy has probably the lowest IQ in all of crypto. Like, if you really listen to him, he really just is an idiot. Like the rants that he goes off on and the speculation that he makes up. And once again, I'll say this, yeah, in court, in a hearing with the SEC, he admitted that he continued to push BitConnect after he knew it was a scam. So not only is he super low IQ, but he voluntarily, doxed himself in court as a fraudulent scammer that can be prosecuted. So of course that, is why he is being prosecuted by the SEC. You may have known the BitConnect case that the SEC's currently been pushing out. Or had established several months ago. He was involved in that. We do know that the three people, what are their names?
Nick.
No. Nick. I know the promoters' names, but the other three, Michael Jepson, I think, is one, and then there were three people that were named, maybe Joseph Jedson, something like that. Three of them named. They were the top of the marketing scheme for the Ponzi scheme that was BitConnect. They were not actually the ones out there making content, but they would go to conferences. All three of them have settled for a total of $12 million. The main guy from that is paying 90% of that. The woman that was charging, she's only paying $500K. Lower in that, in those documents is a lot of the promoters. I think Craig Grant was left out of that maybe, but Bitcoin Nick or Crypto Nick, I can't remember who it was. One of the main BitConnect promoters that were on YouTube was not in the suit. Can't remember which one it was though.
Maybe a little more careful with his language there.
What?
Well, he may have been a little more careful with
he may have covered himself a little bit better. Yeah. Possibly. So all that being said, they have not settled. They are still currently in proceedings with this. So, I mean, look, this is the kind of thing that I said this morning. Number one, you need to know everything that happened with BitConnect if you're in crypto. This is a very important story for you to understand what happened during this time. It's a pivotal point in the timeline of cryptocurrency for 100%. But further on from that, you need to understand the hallmarks of what made it a scam and how it's different than certain decentralized protocols. Some decentralized protocols can still be a scam, but the vast majority of them have protections in there to keep them from becoming like BitConnect that was a clear Ponzi scheme. So lumping in BitConnect with DeFi is a terrible mistake. But also, saying no scams are in crypto, that's a mistake too. There's definitely, hacks and exploits out there, every day, and Ponzi schemes in the whole 9 yards. We had 2 Ponzi schemes bigger than BitConnect occur after BitConnect. Why is this? Because people are so susceptible. I've always said this, crypto is already so unbelievable. The returns are so unbelievable that I went from barely being able to pay bills to our portfolio is like $25 million in a span of 3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how unbelievable the returns are. It makes people much more susceptible to falling for scams because they already believe the money is basically free in crypto. And so when somebody says, hey, give me money, I'll send you 10 ETH back, or give me an ETH, I'll give you 10 back. Yep. They think, well, that must be how people are making money in crypto, and they do it. So if you're a newer person in crypto, you need to understand all these stories that come along with this stuff. And you got to know who to listen to and who genuinely cares about you. I mean, people on this channel that will come on this channel, you guys know where we stand with all that. We put you guys first. Yep. All the people on this channel, on this show today specifically, put their people first. And you can stand by all these people. But there are people out there that do not have your best interest at heart. And it can be hard to find those people because a lot of time, the people that surround the worst people in crypto point at everybody else and say everybody else is not doing the right stuff while they're protecting, the queen bee.
Yeah. Well, we have to address chat real quick. Ben did not do the spelling. He actually saw that it was incorrect spelling. He didn't have time couldn't find the right color chalk, but
there is an Steven N in there if you zoom in.
Yeah, and influencer. It's influencer. It's Steven. It's our artist. Look, he's an artist. He's left-handed. He thinks with a different side of his brain. He went to school in Miami, so he was in public school in Miami. So we're sorry, Steven. We're calling you out here. Chat saw it, but yeah, most of the complaints were over the bot. They had guaranteed 1% pump. So yeah, see, Ben knows how to spell. Well, let's get to this last topic here. We need to talk about XRP. Let's go ahead and get XRP Army in the chat. 2.4 thousand likes. I know we can get up to 3,000 if the XRP makes it strong. Oh, and 8,900 watching. Let's get up to 10,000. It's been a while since we hit 10,000.
We can do it.
So XRP poised to pump, about to go to the moon maybe. The wallet of the former Ripple CTO, Jebb McCaleb. We mention him, we try to mention him every couple weeks or so. He's no longer going to get his wallet funded from San Francisco-based Ripple Labs. So the Ripple wallet that's been sending transfers to the former co-founder had $4 billion last year, and it just ran out. They just ran out, giving McCaleb his money. So, but the balance on his wallet right now is 709 million XRPs. It's worth almost $1 billion, about 880. So, Busy, is his wallet the main reason XRP can't hit these all-time high? Is it his selling pressure that's keeping XRP down?
Well, see, it's a really weird coincidence because I'm actually getting a call right now from the leader of the XRP army, and
it's Ben.
Here.
Okay.
Oh.
Welcome everybody.
Oh, we got a little switcheroo here
of the XRP army. Tom here from CryptoBusy. How you guys doing?
All right, this is a first for ATV show.
Take my spot as the leader.
All right, so
commander.
How's
Busy.
everyone
doing? Do good. Busy. Is it the SEC FUD or is it Jebb McCaleb's wallet that's really suppressing the XRP price?
Well, I think a combination of both. I think Jebb McCaleb, he's running out of his XRP, and I think it's perfect timing with the whole SEC case. A lot of interesting and conflicting information is out there at the moment, but September is warming up to be a very interesting month for XRP, and so I think overall, it's both a combination of the SEC and Jebb McCaleb as well. So,
all right. Jebb, once McCaleb's selling pressure is over, are you expecting a huge pump, or will the SEC FUD continue to suppress here?
I think the SEC FUD is going to continue I think the SEC FUD is going to continue to suppress XRP until that is in the rearview mirror. But no, I don't think that the selling pressure coming from his wallet is big enough, no matter how much it is. I don't know that we know exactly what it looks like at the moment, but I don't think it's big enough to suppress XRP's price. XRP right now is what I want to say a $60 billion market capitalization, $58 billion market capitalization project, and it's got a ton of trading volume on it. I don't think in any way, shape, or form that's what's causing it. I think there's a lot of other extraneous and external factors going on with XRP having to do with this price action. And I'm not an expert on XRP, so I'm not going to weigh in on that. But I don't think that one whale is big enough to suppress the entire price of XRP and tens of billions of dollars worth of its market capitalization. No, I don't think so.
All right, just doing a little bit of math here. It looks like circulating supply is currently 46 billion. He has about 1 billion, so he has almost 2%. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could say, but it is pretty liquid, so it's hard to tell. Altcoin Daily. I know, you know, you don't like to get pigeonholed too hard on speculations with price, but I want to ask you about human behavior. What do you think McCaleb is going to do with his $880 million in XRP? Is he going to hodl? Or is he going to dump it, or maybe wait for the next bull market? What do you think he's going to do?
Well, in the broad strokes, Stellar Lumens and XRP are, in the broad strokes, essentially the same thing, going for the same markets. So if he has a choice, both highly centralized, Stellar Lumens, way more centralized. But if he has the choice between to sell something that he had a antagonistic, you know, ending with, XRP, or his own thing, he would probably pick the thing that he, as an antist, had a buyout from and got all that stuff. Now there is rules. He can only sell, I believe, 1.5% of the daily volume at a time. So in terms of suppressing price, it sure doesn't help. But there's, you know, I think the regulators at the moment from the US are the main things keeping the XRP price at bay. And if I could just give a little, paint a picture here, it's like saying that, hey, is this pimple right in the middle of my forehead, is that keeping me from finding a hot date, getting a girlfriend? Well, I mean, it's probably the regulators not letting you into the restaurant, but I'm sure that pimple doesn't help. So that is going to be it's around, and it's going to be there for a long time, at least a few more years. So we'll see.
All right, and your skin's super clear, man. You're looking good. You know, no proactive needed. You got a little coconut oil. What you doing there? It's the twins.
Well, dude. Well, where's my girlfriend? If the skin's so good, where's my girlfriend?
I don't know. Well, a little background. McCaleb's he co-founded XRP. He went on to found, you know, XLM. Altcoin Daily. Can they compete? Is there room for both?
Yeah, there's room for both, and essentially, like XRP at the moment, there's clearly room for both. You know, XRP. If anything, a benefit to XRP is they'll let you know what they're doing with the amount of XRP they hold. They time lock certain amounts and have releases every month, a certain amount every year. Stellar Lumens does none of that. So we have no clue what's happening with Stellar Lumens. If the SEC is fishing around, we have no clue because they're not as transparent. So at the moment, I used to say that Stellar Lumens, this was years ago, it seemed to me they were going more for like a grassroots remittances approach, and Ripple was going for a more big banking approach. Now they're both going for everything, in my opinion. So as of now, yeah, I'm still watching.
Jebb, I know you're a TA guy. I'm looking at some of the technical indicators, and I'm kind of seeing a bull flag forming on XRP. Is that kind of what you're seeing as well? I mean, do you see a little short-term spike? Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I have it up on my other screen, and that's exactly what I see. There's a short downtrend showing up on the 4-hourly chart with a high on the 15th of August at $1.33. There's also a high at $1.32 on the 23rd of August and a high just yesterday at $1.30. Then there's also a downtrend, more like a flat level of support on the 18th of August and the 27th of August, both of those at around $1.06. We've seen XRP rally from 52 cents on the 20th of July all the way up to $1.35 in the span of about a month. If you were to do a basic extrapolation off of that, which is how you use flags, then you would expect to see XRP rallying up to $2, which is the local high that was set on the 13th of April, probably sometime around the end of the month, moving on into October. That is just one chart formation with just one prediction. Of course, there's a lot more to XRP's price action than just the bull flag that it's in, but the bull flag definitely does call for higher movement. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's wrap it up with a little price prediction here. I mean, if you're not comfortable giving it, that's okay too, but we did it. Over 10,000 watching, over 3,000 likes. XRP Army, it was you guys, it was you gals. So we really appreciate it. So Jebb, he's seeing a little short term with the bull flag indicator right around $2. Altcoin Daily, do you have a short term target
for XRP?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. If you want to talk in longer time frames, we actually did an interview with one of the members, one of the leaders of the XRP army, Ben Armstrong, on our channel about 6 weeks ago. I defer to him for the bullish case for XRP, towards the end of this cycle. Check out that interview on Altcoin Daily right after this if you want to see it. As in terms of what happens in the short term, hey, I'm waiting and watching.
Waiting and watching. CryptoBusy, what's your short-term target here?
Short-term target, I mean, if we look at what's happening with, the SEC case, just real quick, the SEC, I mean, look at what's happening. There's an article here that shows that the SEC are allowed to trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP while this case is going ahead. There's a lot of stuff that's happening behind the scenes that we're not really talking about here. And I think, if we do see some form of positive conclusion, whether it's a slap on the wrist, fine, or if, Ripple Labs actually win this case outright, then again, we see a lot of, price, discovery certainly going to a new all-time high. And I think that could happen in the space of 2 weeks on the events of a positive outcome for this. Now, if that happens in September, then so be it. If it happens in later on this year, then again, so be it. But again, in the short-term targets, the first area of resistance that I see is $1.40, and then the next area will be sort of around $2 in that sort of area.
All right, $2, and we're going to go from one co-commander to the end and wrap it up here. Ben, what are you looking at for the short term?
$4 by the end of the month.
$4 by the end of the month. Chat, are you hearing this? Are you hearing this? We are going to end on that note. Whoa, $4. I know XRP Army, you're getting excited. You're getting frothy. The mania is here, baby. We loving it. All right, Altcoin Daily, you are our winner. Congrats. You did much better than your brother yesterday. Hey, bringing it home back to Cali here. We're going to. Hey, you're the older and wiser one. All right, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Go ahead and give us some parting thoughts and tell the people what they need to hear.
I want to say, Aaron, brother, if you're watching right now, I love you. We're equal in my book, no matter what DZ says. And if you're a member of the Altcoin Daily audience, I encourage you to check out one of the other creators here, one or two. Give them a try. Try them out. Hit subscribe. And if you're part of somebody else's crew, check out Altcoin Daily. All the links down below. Love being on Around the Blockchain.
All the links down below. Check the description. We love all the guests here. And that is all we're going to have time for today. BitSquad, easy out.